Pledge to the flag.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Has everybody had a chance to read the minutes?
I'll make motions with
I think Beth has already made the note. I wasn't here at the last meeting, so it indicates that I was. So I think you already made the correction.
Okay.
I just want them on the record.
I didn't see that.
Okay. You make a motion, Charlie?
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion's made to approve the minutes for last meeting. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carried. Correspondence, I don't have anything to read to you tonight. Sorry. Public comment? Tammy Beamer, you're first.
I just have 3 questions. Don't have to come over there, the mic's not out. First question, has there been any progress with the hiring of the executive director? And when progress is made, will the commission be reposting this job?
As far as I know, there's been no progress, has there?
No progress. Same answer as before.
Okay.
We don't have any room.
Okay,
We do.
will there be a reposting of the job whenever?
We've got plenty of applications, so we probably would just contact the individuals, see if they're still interested. Would be my suggestion.
Okay, has the commission requested the advisory opinion from the Ethics Commission concerning the possible conflict of interest of the Floodplain Appeals Board members owning mineral interest and setting as a member of this board as agreed at the last meeting?
I have not.
I will address that in my portion of the public comment period.
Okay. I have for you a copy of the state police report concerning the DCAA investigation, a written report from the EMS DCAA merger, and 3 DCAA policies. None of these folios have been answered. Has there been any progress in retrieving the information that I have requested?
I know nothing about that.
I don't know anything about the state police, but as I've told you, I don't know, countless numbers of times, there was no written report, and if you FOIA something that's not there, you're not going to get a response.
Well, normally you get a response that's not there, but okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Tammy, that last book has been sitting at the ambulance authority for you to pick up or for you to read. You can't take it out of the office, but you can read it.
Nobody notified me of that.
It's sitting there.
Okay, thank you.
And I just want to make, the DCAA is not under investigation. I just want you to make that clear. We are not under investigation. It doesn't have anything to do with us.
The board, right?
Pardon me?
You're saying board?
The board, we're not under investigation now.
That I understand.
Okay. You done, Tammy?
Yeah.
Tina, you're up next.
First, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Sanford, and you, Mr. Robinson, for coming to the compressor station meeting the other day. I think it was good for you to see that you're not the only ones we give a hard time to. And,
Tina, excuse me for a minute. I don't think everybody can hear you, and I don't think you're getting recorded. Do you want to use the microphone?
There isn't.
She's got it right there. Clerk's got it. I may be the only one that can't hear you very well, maybe, I don't know, because I'm
I
getting
have
old.
such a deep voice that
Now you got it. Thank you.
that doesn't go in here. It's good. Okay, so first I'd like to thank you, Mr. Sandor, and you, Mr. Robinson, for coming to the compressor station meeting last week. I think it was good for you to see that you're not the only ones who give a hard time to me. And I just have a few questions, and one of the things has to do with the health study. You mentioned about a blood test. I didn't know if you looked into that anymore, like with the health department doing a health study. And I'd like to read just a small paragraph in my research about Dish, Texas. Are you familiar with Dish, Texas?
No.
Okay, but their claim to fame is their mayor, who after years of hearing complaints from their citizens, finally had to move his own family out of the state because of the pollution in the air from compressor stations that was causing his family to be sick. So after that incident, once he moved out in Dish, Texas, the Texas State Department of Health took blood and urine samples from 28 people. Their findings, the same pollutants found in the air are also in residents' bodies. The health department found toluene, betadine, and formaldehyde in the samples. All three compounds are among the 187 airborne toxic substances that the EPA is supposed to monitor. Formaldehyde can cause liver damage, butadiene can cause cancer, and toluene can affect the nervous system and kidneys. So it's something to think about if you want to see if you could partner with the health department or with WVU to do a health study in this area. And I know several times we talked about doing some zoning, and that is something you can do. You can do some industrial zoning that could keep the industry out of certain areas, like drilling too close to a school or too close to residential areas or too close to water supplies and farming areas. And I was also wondering why there was never any public meetings about Mark West that were requested several different times. And if anybody found out what's happening at Chestnut Grove Church, I understand that they stopped the work there because of an engineering mistake. I know you guys think these engineers are just everything, but for some reason they're stopping working on that site for a year because of engineering mistakes. And at the Gessler farm on Big Flint, they were supposed, EQT was putting in a big freshwater pond, and had those engineers done their due diligence and took soil samples, they would have found out that bottom was full of springs. But they didn't. They tore it up first, hit those springs. They had to stop work because they couldn't get their equipment. So there's just two incidences of engineers that didn't know what they were doing. And I guess, that's about all. Did you ever find anything out about the Chestnut Grove Church?
We didn't put the stop work order on them, I know that. I don't know who did, but we went out there, Bo and I went out and looked at that, and they were already quit working. I don't know, you're telling me more than I know.
Well, I happened to stop there, and I talked to one of the contractors, and he was the one who told me they had to stop because of an engineering mistake.
Oh, I don't remember anybody asking us to contact the health department for any kind of blood test.
When I asked about the air quality testing, I also asked
Okay,
about
all
health
right.
studies.
Okay. I have it written down. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
No more public comment, that's all signed up to speak. Shirley? Yeah, I'm going.
Okay.
You want to say anything?
I apologize for not coming to the meeting. I forgot it. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, and
Very informative.
Mr. Robinson wants to hold his public comment until after we take care of the comp time payment and sheriff head, is that right? Is that
Yes,
right?
correct.
And we take care of those, and he wants to have his public comment. Okay, so we'll start with you, Brooke.
I have a letter here for you, which is a request pursuant to the county's personnel policy manual. The employees in our offices, if they have comp time that they're not able to use by the end of May, that the commission can pay them for that time. So I have two employees, Michelle Britton and April Connor, that have accrued comp time, and I'm just asking that you would pay that comp time to them. They both work very hard, very diligently. A lot of times what's going on our office requires extra hours above and beyond, and the letter is just asking that you pay the amount that would be on file in the payroll clerk's office. According to the handbook, it looks like you would pay it whatever the amount is as of the end of May, but maybe it's as of today, so I didn't put an exact amount in there because I wasn't sure. So it would just be the amount that would be on file in her office by whatever date that you would want that to end. But I just respectfully request that you would compensate them for that, because neither one of them is going to be able to use that comp time prior to it expiring.
Motion?
Need a motion?
Don't you do them all at once?
Do-
Because he's got one.
Is that the same thing? Okay.
You got the same thing? Yep. Come on up, Sheriff.
I have three comp letters, one from Deputy Garner, Deputy Botkin, and Martha Cady from the tax office. And as Brooke said, they can't do it between now and July 1.
I also have three in my office, Debbie Thompson, Jennifer Moore, and Beth Keller.
Three different ones.
What?
Three different ones.
Different one. Oh, okay.
Is comp time payment regular pay or time and a half?
Regular pay.
Thank you.
Is that all we have? The requesting comp time that we know of?
I've checked with all offices.
There's no more than, no other officers got comp time?
Not that we're aware of.
Okay.
I will move that we pay the comp time since it cannot be used by the end of the fiscal year.
Motion's been made to pay the comp time. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Motion's carried. Thank you. Thank you. You're did you want to talk about
Absolutely.
K-9?
I'll jump right into that right now.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
As you know, our K-9 units, I hope to have up and running by August 1st. Should be in place and ready to go. I talked to you earlier about helping with some of the supplies, and I have some estimates here for the K-9 packages that go in the vehicles. There'll be two, and the concrete pads that will be poured at each of the officers' residence. For Mr. Deputy Miller's cruiser, the cage will be $3,338. Deputy Garner's will be $2,698. And 2 concrete pads will be $579.22 for both. The dogs themselves are coming out of my budget. I'm going to have in the neighborhood of $19,000 from 2 dogs. And I hope to have them up and running by August the 1st if we can get the accessories taken care of.
Why is the difference in the price for the 2 vehicles for the cage?
Kirby's is going to be an SUV. It will be bigger. It'll have the whole back.
Okay.
And well, Chris's is the car.
I'll move that we approve the requested funds.
Okay, it's been moved that we approve the requested funds. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Motion is carried.
Mike,
Yes, Dan.
will these concrete pads be put on property that people own?
Yes,
or-
yes,
okay.
at their residence, yes.
Oh,
I mean, the
that
dogs will
they
be
own.
kept mostly in the house, but they will be kenneled outside some too.
Will they have the tags on them?
Yes,
Or, say,
yes, absolutely.
Have you already purchased the dogs?
No, that will happen probably next week, and they will be coming straight from Germany.
Where?
Germany.
You speak English?
usually no?
Okay, Sheriff, thank you. Is that all you have?
Yep, that's all I got.
Okay, thank you. All right, now, Mr. Robinson wants to